Following years of conflict, there is a growing concern over shortage of food in northeast Nigeria. In Ran, one of the communities ravaged by conflict in Calabarge local government area of Borno State, the epicenter of Boko Haram crisis, hunger is biting hard in the community, and mothers are in need of food for themselves and their babies.
These women who have turned out in their number have to wait on the queue for an average of 2 hours to access food for their children, whose survival is dependent largely on the dwindling humanitarian aid in the northeast.
It's the turn of Aicha Modu and her daughter Fatima to see the caregivers after over 2 hours of waiting. Fatima is approaching her 4th birthday. She weighs only a little over 8 kilograms. After the checks, Aicha is handed one portion of the therapeutic foods for her baby.
I give my daughter one sachet of the food in the morning, afternoon and evening each.
Most babies in Ran are underfed, as their mothers don't even have enough food to eat.
It's not yet the lean season when food supply is expected to be at its lowest ebb. The United Nations estimates that at least 4.8 million people in Borno, Adamawa and Yobe could be at the risk of food shortage in this year.
This facility, run by a non-governmental organization, currently has 187 children that are being catered for under the outpatient therapeutic program. Aid workers say at least 11 new cases of severe acute malnutrition are recorded on a daily basis.
We have the 35 children new admission in this week. So in part from the last week, last year to this year, number is very increased.
The United Nations estimates that in Borno, Adamawa and Yobe states, approximately 700,000 children under 5 will be acutely malnourished between May and October this year, including 230,000 who are expected to be severely acutely malnourished and at risk of death. While humanitarian agencies are doing their best to provide families with food in Ran, resources seem to be depleting.
From the January to May, the quantity of food distributed to our people is not enough for them because it can last more than 2 weeks. The remaining weeks they are suffering so enough. So due to this food crisis, the number of malnutrition have increasing in this community highly.
According to the United Nations, over $300 million is urgently required to fast-track food assistance, nutrition supplies and services, clean water, healthcare and protection support in Borno, Adamawa and Yobe states alone.
The challenges we have now in Iran is lack of timely delivery of food due to inaccessibility. And also, majority cannot be able to eat 3 square meals in a day during the rainy season.
The lean season food security and nutrition crisis multi-sector plan for Bay States is targeting 2.8 million people for urgent interventions, mostly children, pregnant and lactating mothers, older persons and people with disabilities. While this projection awaits goodwill donations, the fate of residents of Ran, like many other communities, hangs in the balance as mothers hope for the survival of their children. From Ran in Calabarge local government area of Borno State, Emperor Simon, Channels Television News.